Pizza is the pizza absolutely. Pizza.
Alright, so we're gonna start with about a cup of soaked cashews. I soaked these in water for about an hour. You're just gonna drain them and put them right into your blender. Next, you're just going to squeeze 1 lemon into your cashews. Then you're going to add a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Now we're going to add 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. This is what's going to give the cheese that cheesy flavor, and nutritional yeast is loaded with vitamin B12, so it's amazing for you. Now you're just going to add garlic to taste. Now I'm just adding a pinch of Himalayan sea salt. Some black pepper. And I'm using Mrs. Dash onion and herb, but feel free to use your favorite herbs and spices. Now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of the water we were soaking our cashews in. If you can tell, it has some fat in it, so it's going to make our cheese a lot creamier than if we use regular water. And now we're just going to blend. Let's just take a look at how delicious our cheese looks right now. Yum. Alright, so just put your oven on bake and at 420 degrees. Alright, moving on to our sauce, we're going to use some red wine. We're going to use some organic apple cider vinegar, some organic barbecue sauce. This is Annie's sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, and some organic raw agave. This is going to be the sauce that we use for our vegetables, and some pepper and Himalayan salt. So we're going to throw a 1/4 cup of red wine in there. We're going to throw about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Smells so good. 2 tablespoons of Annie's barbecue sauce. And 1 tablespoon of raw agave. And let me tell you guys, there is so many flavor combinations going on in this sauce. It's going to taste delicious. It tastes like a barbecue, bacony flavored sauce. Like I said, it's just so delicious. It's packed with flavors. And now you're just going to mix everything together. Alright, so now we're going to use some shiitake mushrooms. We're actually going to be making shiitake bacon for our pizza. So we're going to grab our mushrooms, and I'm just cutting off the stems. Next, we're going to put our mushrooms in our sauce. Just coat them evenly. Kind of marinate them really nice and yummy. Like I said, this tastes like a bacony sauce, so it's going to make our mushrooms taste amazing. Next, we're going to just bake them for about 20 minutes or until they get nice and crispy, kind of like a bacon consistency. Now we're going to use some peppers and a organic red onion. And this is how I cut my peppers. I don't really have a method. I just kind of cut them however I feel like that day, I guess. And again, we're going to marinate all of our peppers in our sauce. And then I'm just going to put them on the side. You're also going to bake these peppers. I usually bake them for about like 10 minutes, and then I'll roast them for about like 3 to 5 minutes so they get nice and burnt, and you'll see that later on in the video. And we're going to do the same thing with our red onion. We're just going to cut it. I'm just going to kind of slice it and again marinate it. And these we're not going to bake, we're just going to put on the side because they'll bake when we bake our entire pizza. For my pizza, I'm using a ready-to-bake pizza dough. You can find that at Trader Joe's, and it is vegan. And now we're just going to want to roll out our dough. Okay, yum, this is what our mushrooms are going to look like when they come out of the oven, and that's me kind of baking the pepper. So you want to put some flour under the pan you're going to bake your pizza just so it doesn't stick. And just flatten it out again, make it into whatever shape you'd like. And this is what the peppers look like after we roasted them. You see that they have a nice little burn to them. And our mushrooms are ready. You see how thin they are. They even look like bacon. And that's the onions again. Alright, so we have everything ready, and one last thing is I'm using some organic spring mix just to add some greens to our pizza. So now we're going to take our cashew cheese and just spread it right along the pizza. Look at that slow-mo. This cheese is so amazing, you guys. Watching these videos is making me so hungry. Alright, so for my spring mix, I had some sauce left over, so I'm just kind of marinating my greens in it. And just to give it an extra flavor, you can't go wrong with too much flavor. So I'm basically just placing all my greens on top of that, then I am layering that with my shiitake bacon. Then I'm adding the peppers. And then my onion. Look at how colorful this pizza looks, you guys. It's so good. It's just packed with all sorts of different flavors. It's delicious. And then we're just gonna bake it for about 10 minutes. And then for the last 5 minutes, I'm just gonna roast them. And there's our pizza. So I had some leftover cheese. As you can see, I just kind of took some pieces and put it over my pizza. I forgot to record that. And my camera died right before our taste test, but Gary said that this is the best pizza he's ever had.